draw out that golden ratio. So this is the golden ratio. This is what is used. Yeah, it's a really clever technique to really guide your viewer's eye around the composition. Yeah, and it's a natural way to create balance. So first, could split it into 3. And then, actually, no, let me turn it. Let me erase. Hold on. I want to do it again because I actually want to. Oh yeah, there it is. I want to do it this side because I had the composition in mind I want to create for you. So I want to create it like that. So imagine you split your page into 3 again, but that's an imaginary line. And this is actually your 3rd line. Then split this, now this shape here, treat this as another composition. So I'm splitting it now a 3rd. I've taken a 3rd away. Then I'm now isolating and looking at this composition. Again, splitting it into a 3rd. Then I'm looking at this even smaller composition. Again, splitting it into a 3rd. And the same here. 3rd again. Yes, it is golden ratio. Yeah. Hopefully I didn't cut out for too long there. Just had to respond to a quick message. And then now, you got this spiral now. See, watch. Obviously, because I'm doing it by hand, may not be this like for example, this line may not be as accurate. Fibonacci pattern, yeah, exactly. I used to know the Fibonacci sequence like really well a year or 2 ago, but I haven't checked it recently. But anyway, now we can use this sequence to create an eye-catching composition. Let me just roll that around. Yep. So let's say now we can start now with some rocks here. Yeah, we got some rocks on the corner here. There's our rocks here. Maybe even add some more rocks, you know. Some more rocks here in the corner. Cliff. Yeah. Or we can make that cliff stretch out that cliff a bit more so it reaches that corner. Yeah, so there's our rock/cliff area. Right, so we got some rocks in there. And then maybe on that side we've got some more. And let's say we add in some, because it's on that same line, so maybe we can add in using that same line. This is off my imagination as well, guys, so yeah, you can add elements in. Nice. Thank you. So let's say there's a person here standing on the edge of the cliff. Pointing. So you can use this to actually tell your story. Yeah. In one image, you could tell a story. And through just using one composition technique. Yeah. So you're now attracted. You're thinking, what's this scene going on here? So you can build up this scene and add more depth. And now as the viewer's eye looks around, he starts noticing this landscape behind. And this is where you can now add in things that might help build your world and bring it to life. And then you can use your focus to make things in the background seem blurry. Whereas these foreground objects have more texture. Yeah. So focus, texture, and the space, the negative space as well. We're using this negative space. Yeah, and the shapes. Look, when you really break it down, that's just a triangle there. That's a rectangle. Another triangle. Yeah, triangles, like circle. Yeah, it's all around you. It's all around. Yeah. All around. Yeah, D-Wiz, do you see it? Yeah. Can add more trees in there. I want to add some more trees. All right. Some more leaves. Yeah. Nice. Mesmerized. Wow. Thank you. So you can guide your viewer's eye. And once the viewer reaches back here, what does he find? Golden box of treasure. Maybe. Nice, right? Yeah, look, and that's in more detail and focus than what's over here. Yeah, because over here you might not be able to make out too tough what, like, you know, they're mountains, but you can just, even if you want, you can now like just blend it in it and just make it look even more mysterious. Yeah. Hey, nice. So these are the kind of things you can do. Yeah, you actually see the lake. Yeah, you see?